So, as of recent in the fairy tale manga, the topic of dragonification has come to talks very often. Which is why today I bring you a question. Will the process of dragonification actually save Natsu? Well, hello guys and welcome back to a theory video on here this channel. Yes, I know it has been a long time, a lot of promises, but today I bring you a theory on fairy tale, no less. My most recent theories, if we can call them recent, have been around One Piece, but today I aim to change that. And the theory is exactly what I asked you. Will the process of dragonification will be the savior of Natsu? As we know, the dragonification process is when a dragon slayer starts turning into a dragon. Well, it happens almost instantaneously. I mean, not instantaneously, but short after they get the dragon slayer magic. For instance, Aelin, after just a few years of her dragon slayer magic being attained, she started turning into a dragon. The same happened to Acknowledge, although with a more severe exposure thanks to his rampage on killing dragons. As the manga once said, he bathed in so much dragon blood he turned into a dragon himself. But in chapter 436, Lost Memories, we've learned that Acknowledge retained or is able to go back to his human form. And I ask you, could Aelin do the same? Or is Acknowledge's human form sort of the same thing that Zeref did to Aelin? Gave her a new coat to masquerade her dragon form. I do not believe so. I do believe, and it is of course stated that Acknowledge can go back and forth from dragon and human form. So who's to say that Aelin can't do the same? Or any of the other dragon slayers, Gagil, Wendy, Sting, Rogue, and Natsu, as I will explore in this theory. Just a heads up, I am excluding Laxus and Cobra from this list, although I like them as dragon slayers as characters. They are being second generation dragon slayers and only having a lacrima inside of them doesn't make them true dragon slayers. They don't have a dragon seed inside of them, so they will not be making into this video. So, in chapter 516, we have learned that Natsu has two seeds growing in him. A demon seed, proof that he is END, and a dragon seed, of course, as all dragon slayers have. And we learn through Ignil, that the reason he is dying is because those two seeds are trying to merge with one another. But what if one of the seeds manages to take over the other? That's right, that's what I'm proposing. I'm proposing that the dragon seed inside Natsu's body will somewhat overcome the demon seed, thus prompting the process of dragonification and eradicating the demon inside Natsu, thus allow him to live. Because, let us be honest, yes, of course, Natsu is END. Natsu, he's a demon. He was created by Zeref as the ultimate demon in order to defeat him. But Natsu can't just die now, can he? I mean, he's the main character, or one of the main characters of the series. He's been there since episode 1/chapter 1. He can't just die just because Zeref says, if I die, you die. So that's what I think it will happen. The dragon seed in Natsu's body will somehow overcome the demon seed. That's why I think that this whole journey into his heart has been for, so that he can learn that that's what will happen. That's why Ignil was the last one to appear. And even though he has been producing the antibodies to prevent the dragonification, somehow it must happen, because otherwise the demon seed in Natsu will keep growing as well as the dragon seed, and they will keep battling with each other, and that struggle will erupt from the inside out, and Natsu will die even before he has a chance to try and kill Zeref. That means, of course, that Natsu will no longer be a demon, but hey, who cares? I mean, the topic of him being a demon has only surfaced like in chapter 436, I believe, when we completely learned that he was a demon. There were theories going around until that time, but I believe chapter 436, Lost Memories, was the one we learned effectively that Natsu was named as Aterius Natsu Dragonil. So, yes, this is a very, very short video. I was planning and I started doing a PPT presentation and then I would voice over it, but it takes a bit of a time and I wasn't really sure of how I would piece that together. So, and before the chapters come and say, you know, this theory is right or wrong, I want to get it out just to make sure I said it. So if this week's chapter or next week's chapter or I don't know comes to confirm it, I can say it. I said so, and I have a video to prove it. So here you have it, a short video. Will Dragonification save our dear beloved Natsu Dragonil? I believe it will. The Dragon Seed will somehow overcome the Demon Seed, thus eradicating any sort of connection he has to Zeref, and so Zeref can be killed safely without Natsu's death. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this theory, and I hope to see you mayhaps today in the live reaction of this week's chapter of Fairy Tail and possibly the 7 Deadly Sins. Yes, the long-awaited return of the 7 Deadly Sins. So, I'll see you guys if those videos come out. Bye-bye.